Nevada is headed to the NCAA Regionals for the first time since 2000. The Wolfpack are headed to Palo Alto as the third seed in the Stanford Regional. Hi, everybody. I'm Jesse Kurtz in the Mountain West Network studio for some insight on Nevada baseball and the postseason. We head to Reno, Nevada, and bring in the head coach of the Wolfpack, TJ Bruce. TJ, congratulations, and thanks for making time for us.
No problem. Always a pleasure, and I appreciate you guys having me on.
Yeah, absolutely. I look back at a conversation you and I had all the way back in 2015 when you took over this job, and you had mentioned this was one of the primary goals, getting to a regional and playing games in June. Here you are. What are the feelings like?
It's incredible. You know, I guess over your time, you know, you set out for a vision. I think it's incredible about the people in the community that are involved in this organization. That have believed in us. I think the other thing is it's a good learning lesson to not take things for granted. You know, I think you have a tendency to do that over time. You know, I've been in a lot of regionals in my career, but when you go and you're not in one on Memorial Day, you're not watching the selection show. It's really bothersome every year after year, and these guys believe in the common goal. And I just tried to stay out of their way. I know people laugh at it and they joke, but I'm serious. I just tried to stay out of their way and try to get a feel for what they wanted to do, and they led the way, and we followed as a staff.
Well, let's talk about some of your experience. You experienced great success in regionals when you were an assistant coach at UCLA. You won a regional in 2013 en route to a College World Series national title. What does it take? Having had that experience, what does it take to have success in a regional in June and beyond?
Yeah, you know, I think it's going to be a wave of emotions is what I think. I think, you know, the good thing for this team, we've been playing, I guess, with our backs against the wall the last 6 or 7 weeks. I mean, we were 4-7 at one point in our league, and we had to turn the ship around, and we had to do it rather quickly. And so going into regional setting, that part I think we'll have some experience in. But the other part is the emotions, as I said earlier. I just think, you know, everybody's going to be excited. Everybody's going to have different waves of emotions, but we just got to continue to check ourselves and be as present as possible. You know, Ken Revisa always has a thing about giving blows and taking blows, and that's something that we've prided ourselves on throughout this run and really this year. And I think that's going to be really important as we continue to move forward.
Well, you guys have been on a heck of a run entering the postseason. You've been red hot. You won 15 straight conference games to close out the regular season. Didn't lose a single Mountain West game in May. What have been some of the primary reasons for that success?
You know, I think if over the body of work, if you look at what we've done, I thought this team has shown the ability to win a ton of different ways. And I think that's really important, especially going into June. I think you're going to have to win a pitcher's duel. You're going to have to win a 2-1 game. We won one of those a few weeks ago on the road. You know, you're going to have to win a 8-7 game, you know, where you're maybe up 7-1. They come back. You're going to have to win a slugfest too, where it's 14-11, and we've had a few of those too. And I think that's really important for our team to experience a ton of that, to where going into June, you know, nothing's going to be a big surprise per se. You know, if we're down 4-1, we've been there. If we're up 4-1, we've been there. If it's 2-1 in the 8th, we've been there. So I think that's really important as we keep this thing going.
Tyler Bassetti and Dylan Schrum have given your offense quite the 1-2 punch as of late. Bassetti, of course, hit a home run in an NCAA record 9 straight games, while Schrum currently leads the nation, .479 batting average, and leads the Mountain West with 15 home runs. How influential have those been in the Wolfpack's success as of late?
Yeah, you know, they've been great. I just think their leadership off the field. You know, we have a saying around here, and you're only as good as you are off the field. And I think that's really important for young men and anybody just moving forward in their life. I think, you know, you got to be good people, and you got to work hard just as much off the field and your personal growth as you do on the field. And those two guys especially have done this, and a lot of this team has done that. and then these older guys have really taken ownership of this team. You know, Tebow's been around for 4 years now. Schrummer's been around, this is his 5th year. You know, they know the drill. They know what the practice plan looks like. They know what, you know, they know all the, I don't know, the read between the lines that us coaches have with players. They know all that stuff. And like I said, I just think I'm so fortunate to be a part of such great people. I've learned way more from this group of young men than I've taught them, and that's a good feeling to have.
Well, I've seen it firsthand. They're very fortunate to have you as a head coach, and this team has been really dominant in that recent hot streak, outscoring opponents 162-69 in that 15-game conference win streak. Team also is top 5 nationally in batting average, doubles per game, and slugging percentage. But your success hasn't been all offense. You've been just as good defensively, which I know makes you very happy as a guy who takes a ton of pride in the defensive side of the game. During that 15 straight Mountain West wins, your pitching staff held opposing batters to a .275 batting average in some pretty tough places to pitch in this league. How impressive have your arms and defense have been?
Yeah, I just think over time we've gotten better. You know, I think our pitching especially has, from the first pitch we threw against Cal Poly to where we are now. Coach Buckley's done a tremendous job with our pitching. They just have grown each outing. You know, whether it's been in between starts, in between pitches, sometimes in between innings, they've grown and shown the confidence in themselves. That they can pitch, and they can pitch at this level. And you're right, there's no easy task pitching in this league. That's for sure. You know, you walk a guy, it could be 2 runs in a matter of seconds. You walk 2 guys, it's 3 runs for sure at some point. And but I thought we've limited opportunities, and I think that's a huge deal. You know, we have a chart we always keep opposition's opportunities and how many of those score. And that's something that we take pride in on the defensive side with the pitchers and the defense. It's not just, you know, the pitchers have their own ERA, but you try to instill in the defense that, hey, there's 9 of you guys that are involved in this ERA. As you stated, we're top 20 nationally in fielding percentage, and that's somewhere that I love to be in as well. You know, I love to score runs, that's for sure. It always helps. But when you can limit opponents' opportunities, I think you're in a good place.
Well, you've got the combination to play good baseball, really good baseball going forward. Let's look at the regional. The Stanford Regional includes top-seeded Stanford, number 2 seed UC Irvine, who you'll play. You're the 3rd seed, and number 4 seed North Dakota State. What do you know about the field, and specifically the Anteaters? What sort of challenges do they present in Game 1?
Well, hey, I mean, I think Ben Orloff's a heck of a coach. You know, it's pretty unique and it's pretty cool. We were texting yesterday in selection Monday before the thing came out, and then obviously afterwards. But it's both of our first time as head coaches in a regional, and we're matched up against each other. But you know, our relationship goes way back. There's a lot of ties. You know, I remember coaching third base at Long Beach, and he was the shortstop. And I always thought he's going to be a heck of a coach one day, and he is, and he's an even better person. But in terms of the Eaters, you know, you gotta have your hands full. You know, the coaching tree. If you just go through the coaching tree, like I just said, he came from Coach Gillespie. So as I tell our team all the time, on certain opponents, you better have your ankles taped and you better have your chin strap buckled. And that's one. They can beat you in a lot of different ways, and they got a ton of experience. You know, they've been in Omaha as players. Some people on that staff, they've been in Omaha as assistant coaches. So this is nothing new for them, as the same for our staff. So I'm looking forward to the matchup with them and playing a great friend and a great program.
Oh, what a way to jump into the postseason. TJ, I'm pumped up for you and the Wolfpack. Congratulations on a Mountain West championship. Congratulations on playing in the regionals and meaningful games in June. Good luck, and thanks for the time today.
Awesome. Thanks for having me.
You bet. That's TJ Bruce, the head coach of the Nevada Wolfpack. You can watch Nevada take on UC Irvine in the NCAA Regionals on June 4th. That's Friday. First pitch from Klein Field at Sunken Diamond is scheduled for 6 o'clock Pacific time on ESPN3. From the Mountain West Network studio, I'm Jesse Kurtz.